Hey everybody, it's Teresa. Welcome to my channel. I've been making earrings with some of the beads that I received in my most recent package from the Adornable Elements Beads of the Month Club. This month I got the Miyuki 11.0 Delica beads. I've also used some beads from past Miyuki 11.0 regular round seed beads of the month club that I've gotten from them. And then there's some seed beads in here from my stash. And all the ear wires that I've used here are from previous Findings companion packs that I have gotten from the Adornable Elements Beads of the Month clubs. I just really love their companion packs. I'll put a link in the corner of this video and in the description box below to the unboxing video I did for this month's package in case you want to watch it, where I go over all the different colors of seed beads, Delica beads that came this time. I have a coupon code. It's Teresa10, and I'll put it on the screen here and in the description box below, along with a link to the page where you can read about all of their different clubs and sign up if it's something that you're interested in. The coupon will save you 10% off the first month of whichever club or clubs you decide to sign up for. They have 6 different clubs that you can choose from, and I'm in the rotating club, which means they rotate me through each club 1 month at a time, so I get a different kind of bead each month. I made all these trying to figure out which color would be best to do on video that you all could see what I was doing best, and I finally decided I don't think there's much difference. It's probably going to be hard for you to see what I'm doing anyway because these beads are tiny, but I'm going to do the best I can. This one I used from my stash. I used some 11.0 and 15.0 galvanized gold seed beads, and then the Delicas there are metallic Thistle gold iris that came in the package this time, and that pretty little ear wire that came in a previous Findings companion pack. And then these I used some 15.0 and 11.0 turquoise Ceylon seed beads from my stash, and then the Delica is opaque frost opaque glaze rainbow lavender. It was the color on the Delicas in that one. And then this one, the 15.0s were from my stash, and the color is dark oak dyed opaque juniper berry. And then the Delica is dyed light rose silver lined alabaster, and then the 11.0s around the outside are from a previous 11.0 seed beads of the month club from Adornable Elements. The color on it is matte transparent capri blue AB. And then of course, since I didn't think it mattered which color I did on camera, I decided to do the purple one because y'all know me and purple. So this one is the one I'm going to make the mate to today, and the 15.0 I used is from my stash. It's called Purple Cranberry Gold Luster, and then the Delica is called Opaque Pink Champagne AB, and then the 11.0 around the outside there is from a previous 11.0 seed beads of the month club, and the color on it is galvanized light raspberry. And like I said, the ear wires are all from the Findings companion packs that I get, that I just really love. And then I've got the other ear wire and a wire guardian in there. I'm going to be using my 6-pound fire line in smoke. I've got a size 12 beading needle. I'll be using my scissors and thread burner to cut and burn down my fire line, and my pliers to open and close my ear wire at the end when I'm done. I think that's everything. I'll try to find links and put links to everything I can find links for in the description box below. I'll try to find links to the beads that I used in these other earrings that I'm not making on camera today too, in case you wanted to make any of those. So hold on, I'll get some of this out of the way and I'll be back. Okay, I'm going to be starting with my little teeny tiny 15.0s here. And I've got about 4 feet of thread on my needle, And on this side of my stop bead, I've got about 1.5 feet of thread, and on this side I've got about 2.5 feet of thread. What I'm going to do, this is peyote, and I'm going to start in the center with my 15-0s, and then I'm going to build up the sides. I'm going to be adding the Delicas after the 15-0s and the 11-0 seed beads after the Delicas. And when I do that, it works out better if I do like a row on one side and then switch and do a row on the other side and then switch and do a row on this other side after I get my 15-0s all done and start adding my Delicas. It works out best if I go back and forth from one side to the other. If I try to do a whole side at once and then go back and do the other side, it gets all wonky and out of shape. So it's best if I go back and forth. And normally I would just sew from one side to the other, but I decided it would be hard for y'all to see me, be able to see me do that, because I would be sewing through these tiny little 15-0s and they're so dark and little, and after I get a few rows of Delicas on there, they're going to be kind of buried down in there anyway and hard to see. So I'm going to do some on this side and then put a needle on this side and do some. So that's why I've got my thread like this. And I've got 44 Delicas on here. 44 15-0s on here. You can make this as big around as you want it to be. You could do any number, 30, 40, 50, whatever. I just decided 44 was the size that I liked. It just needs to be an even number because this is even count peyote. So I'm going to zoom in like a lot because these beads are really tiny. So I'm going to go through just a bunch of the beads. It doesn't really matter how many. Make my ring there. And now I'm going to do peyote. So I'm going to pick up a 15-0. I'm going to skip the next 15-0 and go into the 15-0 after that. Tighten my stop bead down, and that puts that little 15-0 next to the one I skipped. Now I'm going to pick up another 15-0. I'm going to skip the next 15-0 and go into the one after that. You just need to be really careful because it's really, really easy to miss one of these little 15-0s, to go skip two and think you just skipped one. I've done that just a bunch of times. So that puts that bead next to the one I skipped. I'm going to pick up another one. Skip the next one. Go into the one after that. That puts that one next to the one I skipped. Now I'm going to keep doing that all the way around. When I get back around here to where I started, I'll be back. Okay, I'm all the way back around here now. I just need one more bead. So I'm going to pick up a 15-0. I'm going to skip the next 15-0 after the one I'm coming out of and go on the next 15-0. And then while I'm at it, I'm going to go up into that 15-0 on the diagonal, which is the first bead I put on in this round, and that's my step up. And now I'm going to put on another row of 15-0s, and I forgot to explain why I had more thread on this side than I do the other side. It's because at first here I'm not going to be switching back and forth. I'm just doing these 15-0s, so I'm going to use a little bit more of this thread than the other thread. So I'm going to flatten this against my finger now, like I'm doing there. And now I'm just going to put 15-0s between all these sticking out 15-0s. Just pick up a 15-0, go into the next 15-0, pick up a 15-0, go into the next sticking out 15-0, pick up a 15-0, go into the next sticking out 15-0. And when you do this, you want to make sure that your 15-0 pops in between those two 15-0s, but you don't want to pull hard. Just gently pull it in there until it pops in. If you pull hard and tight and make it tight, when we go around and put in the Delicas, it's going to be hard to get them in there. They're not going to want to go in there anyway because they're bigger than the 15-0s, so they're not going to want to go in that little space. So it's going to be hard to get them in there anyway. And if you pull this hard and make it really tight as you go around, it'll make that even harder. So you just pick up a 15-0, go into the next sticking out 15-0, just kind of gently pull your thread through until it pops in there like that. So I'm going to do that till I get all the way around, and then when I get all the way around, I'll be back. Okay, I'm all the way back around here now. I just have one more 15-0 to put in. So I'm going to skip that 15-0 down in there, go into the next 15-0 and the one on the diagonal. That's my step up. And now I'm going to put Delicas in, and you should be able to see these better. They're a little bit bigger and they're not so dark. So I'm going to pick up a Delica and go into the next sticking out 15-0. Pick up a Delica, go into the next sticking out 15-0, pick up a Delica, go into the next sticking out 15-0, and you just want to do the same thing here. You don't want to pull too hard, just gently pull it into place between those two 15-0s. And the farther around you get, it's going to start not wanting to set in there pretty like it is now. Some of them will be kind of wonky and not setting in there exactly right. But when we go back around and put in another row, it'll straighten them up. So that's nothing to worry about if it gets to where. Just try to get it in there as straight as you can. And like I said, just pull it in there gently. Don't pull tight. Just make sure it pops in there as best as you can get it to. So I'm going to go all the way around with these, and then when I get around to the other side, I'll be back. Okay, I'm all the way back around here now. I just need one more Delica. So I'm coming out of that little 15-0 there. I'm going to go into the next, skip that 15-0 down in there. I know you can't see it, it's so tiny. I'm going to go into that 15-0, what would be the next sticking out 15-0. And then I'm going to go up into the, up into the Delica there. That's my step up. And my Delicas landed in there pretty good. None of them are off that much. I think it's this other side that I'm thinking about that's going to get wonky when I put the Delicas in. So I'm going to go to the other side now, and I've already put a needle on this one, this other side. This needle out of the way. Now I'm just going to do the same thing on this side. I'm going to pick up a Delica and go into the next sticking out Delica. Make sure you just get through one of them. Oh, well. My Delica fell off my needle. Pick up a Delica, and I think I said go into the next Delica, and I mean go into the next sticking out 15-0. Gently pull that Delica in there. Pick up another Delica, go into the next sticking out 15-0. And this is where the beads will get to where they don't want to fit in there as you go around. Pick up another Delica, go into the next sticking out 15-0. Pick up another Delica, go into the next sticking out 15-0. Said, just make sure it pops in there as best as you can get it to, but don't pull tight. If you pull tight, it'll get all out of shape. I mean, it doesn't look like it's in very good shape right now, but it's going to get better. So I'm going to go all the way around, and when I get to the other side, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back around now. I just need to put in one more Delica. And for somebody who said I didn't want it to get very much out of shape, it's pretty it's pretty out of shape, but it's going to get better. So I know it's hard to see, but I got to go into this 15-0 right here in front of this Delica, this first one here, and I can't get up in it on the diagonal. I'm going to have to do it separately. I'll go into that Delica on the diagonal, and I'm going to try to pop that Delica in between those 15-0s. It's not wanting to go in there, but I guess that's the best I can get it in there. Now I'm going to go around and do another row of Delicas. So I'm going to pick up a Delica, go on to the next sticking out Delica, pick up a Delica, go on to the next sticking out Delica, pick up a Delica, go on to the next sticking out Delica. Like I said, just make sure your beads pop in there and don't pull too tight. So when I get all the way back around with these, I'll be back. Okay, I'm all the way back around here now. I just need to put in one more Delica. So I'm going to go into this Delica down in here, and then up into the one on the diagonal, if I can get up in there. Yeah, there we go. Like that. So now I'm going to switch sides. And I'm going to put another row of Delicas on this side. And then when I get that done, I'll be back. Okay, I'm all around now. I just need one more Delica here. Now I'm going to go into that next sticking out Delica, and then up into the one on the diagonal. Like that. Now I'm going to switch sides again. And now I'm going to put in my 11-0 beads here. So I'm just going to pick up an 11-0, go into the next sticking out Delica. Pick up an 11-0. Go into the next sticking out Delica. Pick up an 11-0. Go into the next sticking out Delica. And I'm just going to do that all the way around. And when I get all the way around, I'll be back. Okay, I'm all the way back around here. I just need one more bead. One more of my 11-0s. So I'm going to skip that Delica down in there and go into the one sticking out. And then go on up into the 11-0 on the diagonal if I can. I don't think I can, so I'm just going to go through that Delica and then go up into, I don't really have to go up into this bead though, because I'm done on this side now. I'm just going to sew in my thread on this side. So, and I'm not going to make half-inch knots. I'm just going to crisscross my thread back and forth a few times and get it locked in. Then cut it off. So I'm coming out of that 11-0, I'm going to go into the Delica right next to it so that I don't show any thread. Then I'm going to go up into this Delica and that one on the diagonal there. I'm going to go over here into this 11-0. into this Delica and the one on the diagonal, and go up into this 11-0, go back into these two Delicas, I'm going to go up into these two Delicas, back into this 11-0, and that Delica, if I can get in it, I think I'm going to, yeah, there we go. I'm going to go down into this Delica, and I think that's enough. I think my thread's locked in enough there, so I'm going to, oops, hit my lamp. I'm going to cut it off and leave a little bit of a tail that I can burn down. If I can see it, I know I left some tail there. There it is, just a little tiny bit. Burn it down with my thread burner. Okay. Now I'm going to go on this other side. And I'm going to put 11-0s between all the Delicas on this side. Pick up an 11-0, go into the sticking out Delica, pick up an 11-0, go into the sticking out Delica, and I'm going to do that all the way around, and then when I get all the way around, I'll be back. Okay, I'm all the way around here. I just need one more bead to fill in here, so I'm going to go into that sticking up Delica and on up into the 11-0 on the diagonal. Now I'm going to put in another row of 11-0s. So I'm just going to pick up an 11-0 and go into the next sticking out 11-0. Pick up an 11-0. Into the next sticking out 11-0. Pick up an 11-0. Go into the next sticking out 11-0. I'm going to do that till I get all the way around, and then when I come back we'll be ready to zip the sides together. So I'll be back. Okay, I'm all the way back around now. I just need one more bead. So I'm going to go into that sticking out 11-0 and then up into the 11-0 on the diagonal. Like that. And now I'm going to zip the sides together. So I'm just going to go back and forth. I'm coming out of this 11-0. I'm going to go over here into this 11-0. Oh, no, wait, I still like one more bead. No, I don't. Okay, I thought I did, but I didn't. Okay. So I need to go over from this bead over here into this bead. Just one bead. I almost went through two. Now I need to go over here and go into this sticking out bead. Just go back and forth between all the sticking out beads. Over here into this sticking out bead. Over here into this sticking out bead. And that pulls that bead into the center there. Well, I'm not in frame, am I? Okay. Go into this sticking out bead. Over here into this sticking out bead. See, that pulls that bead into the center. Over here into this sticking out bead. 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 I'm just going to keep doing that until I get it all zipped up. And then when I come back, we'll put the ear wire on. So I'll be back. Okay, I've got it all zipped up now, and it's all done. Except I need to put my wire guardian on here. So I'm coming out one of those 11 O's in the center there. Between this one right here. Just any of those center 11 O's. I'll pick up 2 11 O's in my wire guardian. Go back down the other channel of my wire guardian into the 11-0 under the wire guardian. Hold my finger over the wire guardian so the thread will land in the channel. Now pick up another 11-0, and I started in this 11-0. I'm going to skip over here and go into this 11-0. That. Now I'm going to go into this 11-0. Make sure not to get caught around my wire guardian. Now I'm going to turn around here, and I'm going to go from this 11-0 to this 11-0 next to it. I'm going to go into this 11-0 in this center here. And we'll go back around my wire guardian, so I'm going to go back up these 2 11-0s, or the 11-0 and the 11-0 under the wire guardian, and back into the wire guardian. Back around the wire guardian, back into the 11-0 under the wire guardian, and that other 11-0 on the other side. Make sure my thread lands in the channel. And then go back into this 11-0 that I'm attached to. So that gets my wire guardian on. So now I'm just going to sew this thread in and go ahead and put my ear wire on. And when I come back, I'll have them all laid out here and we can look at all of them. So I'll be back. Okay, there are my earrings made with some of the beads from the Adornable Elements Miyuki 11-0 Delica and seed beads of the month clubs. And some of the ear wires from the Findings companion packs that I get from Adornable Elements. Like I said, if you're not subscribed to any of their clubs and you decide you want to be, that coupon code will save you 10% off the first month of whichever club or clubs you decide to sign up for. And if you sign up for the Rotating Beads of the Month Club and you use my code, they'll put you on the same rotation that I'm on, which means you'll get the same collection of beads that I do every month. I hope you all have enjoyed this video. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate those of you who have subscribed to my channel and watched my videos and liked and commented on my videos. I have a website where I sell my jewelry. It's Teresa's Handmade Jewelry, and I'll put a link to it in the description box below in case you're interested, along with a link to my Facebook, Instagram, and my email. If you haven't, I'd really love it if you'd subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified when I upload a new video. So until next time, I hope y'all have a great day. Take care.